Welcome to Everyday English Stories. Today's story is called The Repair Cafe, told at a comfortable B1 pace. Just relax and listen, and after the story we learn 6 useful words. The radio had been sitting on Nina's shelf for years. It had belonged to her grandfather, who used to listen to the news every evening. One rainy morning she switched it on, but nothing happened. Not a sound, just silence. She was about to put it in the recycling bin when her neighbor stopped her. "Don't throw it away yet," Mrs. Park said. "Have you heard of the Repair Cafe?" Nina had no idea what that was. Mrs. Park explained that volunteers met in the community hall once a month. They helped people fix broken things instead of buying new ones. Best of all, it didn't cost a penny. On Saturday morning, Nina turned up with the radio under her arm. The hall was full of people and the smell of fresh coffee. At one table a woman was sewing a jacket, at another a boy was fixing his bike. A volunteer called Tom waved her over. "Let's have a look," he said, rolling up his sleeves. He unscrewed the back panel while Nina held the light. Inside, the radio was surprisingly clean. "There's your problem," Tom said, pointing at a loose wire. "Is it serious?" Nina asked. "Not at all. 5 minutes of work, but you're doing it, not me." He showed her how to hold the soldering iron properly. Nina's hands were shaking at first. After 2 attempts, the wire was joined and the join looked neat. They put the panel back and plugged the radio in. Nina turned the dial slowly, half expecting nothing. Then a piano piece filled the hall, warm and slightly crackly. A few people at the other tables started clapping. Nina couldn't stop grinning. Over a cup of tea, Tom told her they were always short of volunteers. "You already know how to solder," he said with a smile. "I learned that 10 minutes ago," Nina laughed. "Exactly. That's how everyone here started." The following month, Nina was the one holding the light for somebody else. That's the end of the story. Now let's learn 6 useful words and phrases from it. To turn up. To arrive somewhere, often without an appointment. For example, on Saturday morning Nina turned up with the radio under her arm. Loose. Not fixed firmly in place. For example, "There's your problem," Tom said, pointing at a loose wire. A volunteer. Someone who works without being paid. For example, a volunteer called Tom waved her over. A dial. A round control that you turn. For example, Nina turned the dial slowly, half expecting nothing. To be short of something. To not have enough of it. For example, Tom told her they were always short of volunteers. To grin. To smile widely. For example, Nina couldn't stop grinning. Nicely done. Listen to the story once more without reading, and see how much more you catch the second time. New episodes every day, so please subscribe. See you tomorrow.